crochet friends. I am so happy to be getting on to filming and talking with you guys, and I'm just so thrilled. Life has been so insane. I have lots of stories to tell you, which we will get to a little bit later, but the whole purpose of this video is that I am preparing to get into my first time ever store in Freeport, Maine. So if you don't know me, my name is Toscha, and I run a very small crochet business called Crochet by Toscha. I mostly do crochet videos and vlogs, and I also make plushies and take them to markets. I am just brand new into a store in Freeport, two different stores actually. One is called Freeport Market and one is called Maine. And I'm very excited about it, but it has taken lots of planning and thought on my part just to make sure that I'm creating products that are store worthy. So that's what I've been working on, and I'm going to first go over kind of my process with you of what I am going to try to make. Today is the first day since I've been in Maine, so I don't even know how many days I've been here, but it's my first day to be alone in the house. Nobody's here, it's just me, nobody asking me to do anything or no one asking me to go anywhere, and it's a beautiful sunny day outside. Inventory in a minute, because I've got to tag everything and I've got to label everything, and which I will do at the store, and then I have some plushies that I have to finish. Today is Wednesday, May 28th. It's May 28th, Wednesday, and I'm taking everything to the store on Friday. So I have today and I have tomorrow, and then everything needs to be taken up tomorrow on Friday. So that's my plan. Let me tell you what I need to make before Friday. So I have everything listed that I have made for the store. I have two different sized blueberries, two different sized bears. I have a mallard duck, puffin birds, woodland creatures, a medium lobster and a large lobster, a medium crab and a large crab, and a mama whale. I wanted to make small lobsters and mini pocket octos, and then I found a pattern for a mama octo with octos inside of it, and squid and turtles. And so I have to rein myself in and say, Toscha, just focus on what you've already made and make more of them for backstock. So that's what I'm really trying to do. So I still need to make 7 mallard squish balls, 6 chubby frogs, medium blueberry, 4 woodland creatures, 1 medium lobster, 1 medium crab, 1 large black bear, 1 large lobster, 1 large crab, and I need to finish a large mama whale. I also need to add the antlers to my 4 moose. So that's where I am right now, and today I'm just gonna try to get all the crocheting done. I placed 2 orders that are coming. When you're here, I'm on an island. It's called Great Diamond Island, and I'm here in the summertime. This is my husband's family's home. It's not my home. And I come and stay here every once in a while. So I'm here for a little bit, and if I need to place an order, I can either take the ferry up, get in my car, drive to Michael's, drive to the grocery store, or you can just place an order. And it's dropped off at the dock. There is a service fee, but it's so worth it when you think of all the other costs of going up and driving and everything. So I placed a Michael's order because I'm pretty sure I'm out of black yarn. And I also placed a Target order for a few things that I need for the store. Those orders are coming on the 12 o'clock boat. When I get them, I'll show you what I got. In the meantime, I'm going to show you a few of the items that I'm working on today, and then we're just going to get started. I'm excited to see what I can get done and just to get everything tagged, and I want to show you my tags because I ordered them from Vistaprint and they're really pretty. So let's get started. So these are the projects I'm starting my morning with. So I started this larger mama whale last night, and I used Bernat yarn with a 7mm hook and these really pretty eyes. The issue that I had is that I tried to use Naughty Ball yarn on the bottom and it didn't work out, so it was pretty easy to take it off. So now I'm going to go grab my regular Bernat white yarn, rookie mistake, and go ahead and finish this guy. And then here's the little baby, so I'll have to make the little pouch that the baby goes in. And then I also made a couple more black bears, and this is a 6.5mm hook. My other brown black bears were with a 7mm hook, and I really like the size that this turned out. I think it just looks really adorable. And then my last and most precious project are these moose. I really like the way these turned out, you guys. I purchased yarn from Premier per a recommendation from one of my viewers, and it is Chenille Basics in this beautiful brown color. Don't mind the kitty litter box. It is like the most perfect brown, and it's super, super soft. So let me show you the moose that I made with Naughty Ball yarn. A size comparison. This is Naughty Ball yarn. Very cute. And then this is the Chenille Basics with a 6.5mm hook. I really like the way these turned out. Also, the color is just perfect. And then I used this darker brown Bernat yarn for the hoofs. I just have to attach all of their antlers. I made these yesterday while in the car. We had to go run some errands. So I made 6 little antlers that I'm going to attach. Okay, let me tell you the negative of this pattern. It takes forever. So you have to make so many little parts. You have to make 2 ears, a head, 4 hooves, and 2 antlers. And that's a lot of parts. So I set up like a little assembly line. I'll show you a little clip from that. I set up an assembly line and I was able to make them, but it probably took me like a day and a half of, you know, intermittent crocheting to get all 3 of these done. I think they're going to be pretty popular. So I may have to find a way to make my crocheting a little bit faster, like maybe crocheting the parts like the ears in the round. But I also like the way this one turned out. I'm actually going to give this little guy to my sister. She really liked him a lot. So these are the projects I'm working on this morning. I have a lot to do today, and I'm by myself, so that's amazing. And I will check in with you guys in a bit. Let me show you my assembly line. I'm making 3 because I want to make 2 for each store. So I have 3 heads, and then I have 6 ears, and then I have 12 feet. This took me a couple of hours to make all of these parts, but I am now ready to start putting these guys together. Last night I made some flocker birds in the mallard colors, and I don't know what I did with the wings. I decided to do something a little bit different. I just did like 4 chains and then I single crocheted back, so I think it turned out pretty cute. And I made 3. I'm going to make 3 mallard birds for each store. And I think they're really, really cute. They're a nice small item to put in a basket. And now I just have to figure out what I'm going to charge for them. I promised you guys in my last video that I would show you how to make the puffins that I made for the store. And I just want to make sure I preface this by saying you should go out and buy the pattern. And I'm just showing you how cool the pattern is, not actually how to make it, like the stitch count and everything, but just the construction is really cool, and I want to show you just the parts. So make sure you go out and purchase the pattern if you like it. I will link it down below, but here is a short little clip of my making a puffin. Here are the 2 parts that make up the head. There are these adorable little circles made with white and black, and then you crochet those together. And then you sew them to the top of the body. And there are these little fluffy feathers. And then the last part is that you add the beak. Here are the bags that I ordered from Premier. They come in packs of 3. And it's Premier Basics Chenille Brights. This is the color chocolate. Isn't that the most perfect brown? I ordered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I ordered about 12 skeins of this in preparation to make moose and bears. Now that these 4 moose are finished, I can start working on this whale. I have this skein of Bernat blanket. I believe this is going to be just white. And so I'm going to be finishing up this whale, and then I will see what I'm going to work on next. Finished my whale. Let's go ahead and try out the baby and see if it fits. And look at that. It does. It fits perfectly inside. That is my last mama whale that I have to make for this week. I think it turned out really, really cute. The head is a little different. Oh, I have to finish the mouth. Let me finish that. Here we have 2 medium whales, one with yellow eyes, one with the multi-eyes. And then I have, but these are the 2 large mama whales. And then this one is very close to the size of that one. I don't know. I think I'm going to may have to price these differently, but right now these are priced the same. So whales done. The order just came in. I ordered 2 of these big bins by Brightroom, and one of there's going to be 1 bin in each of the stores. And I also got some chalk markers so that I can write on the little chalk signs. I also ordered these 2 baskets. These are also by Brightroom. I haven't heard that brand, but and I got these 2 baskets to put plushies in at the store. I hope they fit on the shelf. Also got my Michael's order in. I got this really pretty gray, this green, jungle green color, a green and blue color, and 3 black. To check in, I've made 2 claws. These are pretty easy to make, a little bit time consuming, a little tedious. You make the 2 pieces and then you crochet them together. Now I'm going to go ahead and start working on the body. I just made 6 of these little legs. They take a little bit of time. And then I also made 2 eyes. So you make the fronts and the backs the same, and then you just crochet all the way around. So now I'm ready to start making the body, and everything is crocheted in the round. Hi guys, it's the next day. It's May 29th, Thursday, and I'm actually on the mainland, as you can tell from the scenery change. And boy, do I have some stories for you guys. So first, let me talk about what I am working on right now. I have about 7 frogs to make. So I found this yarn. I bought this a little while back when I was in Tampa. This is a Chenille Basics color. It's one of their new multicolors. I'll put the color on the screen if I can find it. But I think it's just perfect for a frog. This is the leggy frog pattern. I'll also link that down below, but I made 2 on the boat and in the car right here. So I thought I would finish these up, and I think I have 4 frogs made, and this is 2, so I need to make 4 more. I need to make 4 more frogs, and luckily I have all my yarn here, so I can pick from that yarn. But I have some crazy stories to tell you guys, and if you don't want to hear my personal stories, my feelings will not be hurt. Just skip ahead. But I have some crazy stories to tell. I'm here today working because I'm watching my daughter's dog lady. You'll see her come in and out during this video. But this is the house that we made an offer on. I showed, if you watched my crochet studio vlog, you probably saw me setting up this room, which I was so excited about. And then we found out that the home had the property and the owner had a lawsuit against him. So we're not buying this house, but we are renting it for a month. That was our plan all along. And so we had to go out and find a different house. So we went out a couple days ago, maybe like a week ago, and we found another house, which you will see in future vlogs. And we close on that house in 2 weeks. We close on June 12th. So that is the plan. I'm gonna be packing up my house all over again, and not looking forward to that, not looking forward to paying another moving company. But I'm gonna try to move as much stuff as I can myself. It's kind of a drive. From here, it's about a 25-minute drive. So it's not something like that I wanna do, like filling my Subaru and doing like 20 drives. So I'll probably bring all of my yarn in the crates. I'll probably put them in the back of my husband's truck and just take those, because I am not putting all this yarn back in bags. That is way too much work. But that is what we have coming up. And then my parents the day before yesterday, we spent the whole day taking all of their stuff out of the garage, putting it into a U-Haul truck, and taking it to a storage space over here because we have to get out of this house. Very short, it wasn't meant to be, and that's okay. I'm a firm believer on what happens, it's meant to be. So we are going to be moving again, and I actually really like the next house. It's different than this one. It doesn't have a room like this, but it does have a spare bedroom, which I'm gonna make into a craft studio, and this is just furniture. I can move it anywhere. But anyway, let's get into market prepping. I was going to drop my plushies off to the Freeport market on Friday. And my husband's like, you don't have to have everything dropped off till June 1st. Why would you kill yourself to do this by tomorrow? So I agreed, felt so much better about it. So that means I have the rest of today and tomorrow to market prep. When I get back to the island, which I'll be heading over there on the 6 o'clock boat, I will show you guys what I finished yesterday. I finished two more black bears, and I finished the blue crab. And I finished the whale, which I showed you. So I'm gonna make two more bears today, and then I'm gonna try to get these frogs done. Yarn. I was hoping I had red Naughty Ball yarn because I need to make a large crab. So I'm gonna grab that yarn and work on that. We'll just see what I get done today. I'm very excited because my husband and I went to the Tractor Supply store, and I've been wanting to buy an enclosed trailer because my market stuff, like putting it on, you know how it is, putting it on the truck, taking it off, putting it on the truck, taking it off. It really doesn't fit in the back of my husband's truck because he has a shorter truck bed, and it's just been crazy. So we had the idea, now that we're living in a cold, like wintry state, to get a trailer that is enclosed, and all of my market stuff will always stay in the trailer unless my husband's using it for something. So we bought a trailer. My husband just went to go get it. He's gonna bring it back here, and then later on today, I'm gonna fill it with all of my market stuff because I have a market on Saturday morning, and that will be our first time to use it. So that's really exciting. He just has to find different ways to add shelves and put everything in the trailer to where it doesn't like fly everywhere when he's driving. So let's go ahead and finish these frogs. Don't you just love this yarn? Like, look at the arm, how it started out white and then it went to green and blue. I think this is the most perfect yarn for any small plushie, even a big plushie. But I was able to get 2 frogs out of 1 skein with just a little bit of yarn left over. I'm gonna go ahead and stuff these guys and then go pick out another kind of yarn and finish making the rest of the frogs. I'll check in a bit. Here's a little look at my little frogs. I've made 4. I made 2 out of this really pretty color. I'll put the color on the screen. I cannot remember. I think it's like grass or jungle green or something. And now I'm gonna go ahead and sew on their mouths. Made my 4 little leggy frogs by Crochet. It is time to pick another color because I have 2 more to go. I was thinking since all of my frogs are green patterns, I might try like a pink combination, but here's my 4 little frogs all crazily sitting in my hands. And I'm gonna go grab another, like a pink multicolor, and see if I can find something that's a little bit. I decided not to go pink because I saw this tweed yarn by Bernat, and I think this is gonna make a really adorable frog. So I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna make 2 more frogs in this pattern. It's the next day. It is Friday, and it is May 30th, I think. Yeah, I think it's May 30th, and it is Friday. Tawny, if you're watching, happy last day of school. I know she's having her last day of school in Florida today, and I hope it's a good one. I have made lots of progress, and I'm ready to share all of it with you guys. Plus, I want to show you the tags that I ordered from Canva and how I'm attaching them to the plushies for the store. The thing I'm most excited about are the baskets. I ordered these on Amazon. This is what they look like. And I will link everything that I'm talking about below. But I also purchased these little chalkboard signs and then just attached them with the twine that they come with. So this one says Squish Mallards, and you can see how well the little mallards fit in here. This would be perfect also for markets. Show that to you guys. I'm going to have 5 mallards for each store. I think I need to, these are the only 3 that I have. Okay, now I'm gonna show you the frogs. I think the frogs are the cutest in the basket. I love the way his legs are kind of hanging over the side. I titled these Chubby Frogs, and I have 5 for each store in these different color combinations. I just put 3 in the basket, and then I'm gonna have a backstock bin, and so I'll have plenty here. The blueberries look adorable in the basket, so I just titled it Blueberries, and I drew a few blueberries on the sign. And I have 7 blueberries for each store. They all have different colored eyes. And the last basket I have to show you are black bears. I think they are so cute in this basket. And the sign just says black bears. I'm noticing that my chalk marker is coming off. I need to redo that. But here they are, and I have 5 black bears for each store. Okay, now let's talk about the tags. So these are the tags. Yeah, I have one here. This is what the tag looks like. So I redid my logo with neutral colors. I did have like a blue circle with a cat, and a lot of people thought I was selling cat toys or something like that. So I decided to do something a little different and just do a crochet basket with a crochet hook and some yarn, and it says Crochet by Toscha. This little QR code has all of my socials. I'm gonna make sure I link my YouTube channel, and I noticed when I was in the shop that everybody had a QR code like that. And then on the back it has care instructions with a little warning about safety eyes, and then the label from the store is gonna go right here. But when I ordered these, this is business card size. I couldn't find another size that I really liked for the tags, and I used the thick cardstock paper that they offer. So when I was making my little items, I was thinking, okay, do I have to make new tags? These items are too small to have like a big tag on them. So I just took the tag and folded it in half and then hole punched it, and you can still see both parts of the tag, and I think it worked out really well. I also forgot to put the wings on my puffins. I need to go back and do that. I'll probably work on that first because it's so quick. I just completely forgot to add the wings. I don't know why. So I'm gonna go back and add those wings, and that's gonna be my to-do list today. We're gonna be here on the island until 5, and then we're taking the 5:15 boat up to the mainland. We're staying overnight tonight at that house, and then I have a market in the morning. So that will be in a separate video. Okay, so wings on puffins. So that's what I'm working on today. A little bit later, I'll show you the 2 bins and all the plushies that are in there. Before I get started, I have 2 things to show you guys that I crocheted yesterday. I finished this crab. Look at the pattern. Oh my gosh, I just love this pattern with the crab. This is Crochet Vision's crab. It's a super easy pattern. The tough part are the legs. Other than that, it's a very easy crochet pattern. Okay, I also made another lobster. I used, I believe, Naughty Ball yarn, and I decided to go ahead and embroider the eyes because I want to make sure in the store I have some crocheted embroidered eyes and plastic eyes. But isn't he cute? I'm gonna be making lots. This is such an easy pattern, like super fast. I sat down and made this in like an hour and 15 minutes. A quick little check-in. I have finished the puffins that I told you I was gonna finish. I had to also add their belly patches, which totally made them into puffins. I can't believe I also had forgotten that. But I added their wings and their belly patches, and they are all ready to go. They have their tags. And so now I have 2 puffins for each store. One of the other puffins, I actually need to go grab it because it doesn't have a belly patch. So I will go grab that puffin. Okay, I just finished my first little mallard. Oh, I forgot his beak. I'll do his beak. That took me exactly 30 minutes, and that includes embroidering the eyes. I wanted to make sure I added some embroidered eyes in the basket of mallards. And now I'm going to make 6 more. I'm not going to time lapse all of those because that would be boring for you to watch that, but I will check back in with you guys when I am done. Yeah, I have a lot to do today. I'm gonna be busy, and I'm going out to dinner with my son, my husband tonight, so I might be staying up late tonight crocheting. I hope not. I hope I can get these, if I can get these done, then I'll focus on the bears. And then I'll work on the last, oh, I forgot about the cuddle critters. Oh my gosh, I have so much to do. We'll see. Yes, I will be crocheting late tonight. I can see that right now. I guess worst case scenario, I don't bring all the inventory to the store that I was expecting, and that's okay. It is almost 5 o'clock and I need to go start getting ready or we're gonna miss the boat, but I wanna show you my progress. I only got 4 done, which I was a little bummed about, but this is the one that I made with embroidered eyes. And then I made this one with plastic eyes. And then I made this one a little bit bigger eyes, but also embroidered. And then I made a 4th one with plastic eyes. So that gives me 7 mallards. I still have 3 to go, plus 1 black bear, 1 lobster, and 2 small black bears. So I will be crocheting when I come back tonight. But this is my progress for right now. Good morning. It's Saturday, May 31st, and I am so excited because today I'm going to the store in Freeport and I'm going to take you guys along with me so that you can see the setup and the shelf and just what how I end up putting my items out. But the last time I left you guys, I was feverishly working on mallards. I finished the mallards. I made 10 altogether. I made 7 yesterday, and then I finished the 2 bears that I needed to make. And then I started this morning. So I was up till like 1 o'clock in the morning crocheting. And then I was up at 6:30 making cuddle critters. I made a duck. I'm making a bear right now. And I also made a chick. I made like a chicken, like a yellow chick. I'm gonna take you guys downstairs and show you all of the inventory that I'm taking. I also purchased some frames. I think I showed those to you, but I'm gonna show you how they turned out. And I'm also gonna show you like my business card holders that I ordered for the store. It's the same one I take to markets, but I just ordered 2 new ones. So I'm gonna get everything set up on the table and then just show you guys everything that I'm bringing all in one shot. Here is a quick shot of everything I'm taking, David, to the 2 stores. Now that it's all laid out on one table, it looks like a lot. And then I have larger items over there. So let's go through everything. First, I want to show you these frames. I showed you these yesterday from Target, and I just printed a little blurb about myself, and there's a picture of me. Probably should have put a QR code on here. I may go back and change that later, but these frames are, I think, really nice. Here are the small blueberries, and I have 12 of them. And then we have our 4 puffins. In the front are 2 business card holders that I will link down below. I got these at Amazon, and I took one of them to the market, and I just bought 2 more for the stores. Here are the chubby frogs, and I have a total of 10. Medium blueberries, I have 3. I'm gonna make 1 more before I leave, so I can have 2 for each store. I have 4 moose. And then here are the 10 black bears. And then we have 10 squish mallards. Over here are the larger items. This was gonna be the large lobster, and then I made this one as a medium lobster, and then I made this one, and he's kind of between the 2, but I'm gonna go ahead and mark him as a large lobster. And then I have the 2 large mama whales, 2 medium mama whales, large black bear. I never made the second one. And then we have 2 large crabs and 1 medium crab. Down here are the woodland critters from Mama Makes Yarn. This morning I made this frog and this duck. And then I already had a bear, a fox, a deer, an owl, and a mallard. And I have 1 more bear that I'm making upstairs, which will give me a total of 8. Guys, I'm back at the island, and I just wanted to do like a little check-in and just kind of let you know how it went, dropping everything off at the store. In total, I dropped off $1,300 worth of inventory, taking up 3 shelves in each store. It's a total of 6 shelves, and it was a little more. I think it's $150 for 3 shelves, and I'm gonna be paying that for each store. So fingers crossed that I actually sell things. She said I can adjust that, like I can have less space or more space as time goes on. So we'll just see how it goes. And she also said, can I go ahead and create a bin of everything I dropped off, but like back stock. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on that. And I need a little break tonight, so I'm just gonna be resting and editing this video. But I thank you guys so much for coming along with me, and I hope that I was able to give you some ideas of maybe something you can do at a market or at a store. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.